Hey folks, here to talk to you today about compressors. I know a lot of people talk about them, and you've probably seen the videos, and a couple things I'm going to say are in those videos, but a lot of things I'm going to show you are not in them. A lot of people cannot hear what a compressor is doing. It is not an effect like a chorus or a phaser or distortion or anything like that. It is not an effect. It actually is a dynamics controller. For me to say it totally takes away any of your dynamics, so that if you play real soft and you play really loud, it's going to be the same volume. Yes, you can make it do that. And I, playing country or funk, appreciate that, and it becomes a leave on 100% of the time unit, and then I just use a volume pedal to control my actual volume. Okay, but if you use a compressor just on and you crank it wide open, you cannot get volume changes at its max setting. You can set this in between and have anything you want. You can get all the dynamics you want and some sustain that you're not ever getting. But if you max this sucker out, that's what I'm here to talk to you about, so you can actually hear what a compressor does. So just know that it can do what I'm getting ready to show you at any given perceivable level. You can add just a little bit, or you can crank the holy crap out of it, like I'm going to do in this video. Again, I'm going to try to overdo it to show you what it does. A typical thing where you're playing along and trying to get dynamics and so forth like that. Right now, the way I've got it adjusted, I'm actually going to take away 100% of those dynamics. So if you hit a note soft, it's going to be just as loud as the one that you hit hard. It's all going to be the same volume. The compressor is set at the same volume as my guitar without it. So here's without it. Compressor coming in. They're the same volume. Okay, so if I play a line, and then with the compressor, okay, the notes are going to last longer than 10 Les Pauls all hooked together. Okay, so it's just like somebody standing over there next to your amp and cranking it up to 10 as your notes are dying out. Okay, you can actually hear the hiss of the compressor taking those softer notes and bringing them up. And without it, those notes are already gone. Turn it back on, it's still sustaining the notes. Okay, so that's what's going on here. If you're playing fingerstyle with a compressor, coming on now, okay, there I actually hit a few notes skinny. Now to hit a note skinny, that's country for saying you didn't actually hit it like you should have. You hit it weak. Even though you hit it weak, it will come out the same volume as every other note you hit. So it takes those low volume notes and brings them up. It takes the real loud ones that you may have hit harder than you intended to and brings those down. So everything comes together in the middle. Okay, again, this is when it's being squeezed its hardest. I'm showing the video of this and on a bass guitar. how extreme they can be. I'm not going to show you the in-between stuff. There are 1,000 videos on YouTube where you can't tell the difference. But again, the point in this one is letting you know what they do and really hearing the difference. Okay? So if I was to and then do it with the compressor. You know, we could be here for a week. All right? So without. With. Okay, and for those wondering, it will even amplify your pick sound. Okay, so you've got, you're not hearing much of the pick on there, but you will with a compressor. It's almost like a little pop sound, but that's everything being compressed. So it's picking up those low noises, meaning your pick, where it barely makes a noise, that it's really audible now. But again, that is wanted when it comes to country and funk. And with it. With, it's still going. You know, the other one is long gone. It's just toast history. Okay, so that in a nutshell is what a compressor does to a guitar when the compressor is, again, wide open. I'm not showing you halfway in between, blah, blah, blah. Just know that it can do what you're hearing all the way down to nothing, like it's not on, or somewhere in between. That's why there's knobs on there, okay? So I'm gonna take you over to the bass and show you the same type of thing, all right? So stick around for that. Okay, here we are on the bass guitar. Same thing. Bass players, almost all bass players use a compressor to some degree. Again, funk players and such, people who slap and pop, will most definitely be using it more than other folks. If you're playing metal and so forth, or using any kind of overdrive or whatever, probably not. But compression and bass are a huge thing, way more than guitar is. Playing bass has a lot of peaks if you accidentally pick a note like that. A compressor will tame that sucker right down to where it's the same volume as the other ones that you were playing softer. All of a sudden you hit one of those just by accident, it will tame that, and it will take the notes that are soft and bring them right exactly where you want them, so there's no screwing up the mix. Oh, bass player, you're playing too soft, you're playing too loud, you're playing too whatever. It's consistent the whole time, which is a beautiful flipping thing. Okay, you always have the volume knob on your guitars and your basses. That will change everything still. Okay, so don't worry about that. That changes everything. Okay, so the bass without any compression. Or I got a compressor built into my rack up here. I'll turn it on. notes are the same volume. Okay, so that's the beautiful thing about it. Again, when you're playing funk, the slap notes, the pop notes, all that, they're the same volume. Okay, so it sounds like a good studio quality thing that you would be playing live. So that's a beautiful thing. I'll add in the other compressor just to take this over the edge, just in case you can't hear it for some reason at this point. So here's both compressors. How hard I hit that thing, it's not going to get louder than when I sound checked it, that's for sure. It's going to get quieter the harder you hit it, meaning it's going to go down to the level you set everything at. Okay, again, this is also still the same thing. It is maxed out, so you can do anything between normal and this full throttle thing I'm doing here. So don't worry about not having any control over your sound. You can do as little or as much of this as you care to do. Hopefully in that last little clip, which was sounding like this, you can hear this thing kind of sucking it down a little bit and blowing it up. So a lot of sucking and blowing going on. And again, that's a good thing. Yes, it's being overused at this point, but that's the whole thing. People don't let you hear the compressor. So hopefully with good earphones on or major speakers going on, you can actually hear and possibly feel what the compressor is doing. So that was my only intention for today, was to try to make an extreme compressor video, so that you can actually hear what it does. Again, there's no effect going on. It's a dynamics controller is what it is. It actually just keeps everything in check. It does what you want it to do, whether that's going to the extreme like I'm doing or not, and just doing somewhere in between. Totally up to you. Okay, so hope you took something from this, and I'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.